Today I'm joined by beautiful Rhi, who I'm so excited to be with. Incredible specialist in her field, and if you're not already following everything she does, you 100% should be. So over to you, babe. Last thing, and it was in relation to eating and at what time prior to going to bed.
Yeah,
and in fact in the morning. It would be really, really interesting to hear your
there's
thoughts.
several theories on time-restricted eating or doing what works for you and how it can impact your digestion and then how that may impact your sleep.
Right.
So for some people, it's better not to have a heavy meal 2 to 3 hours before they go to bed.
Right.
That's some research. So obviously it would discomfort or distract from the digestive process and aid absorption.
Yeah.
On the counterbalance, you've got people that maybe need to eat something before they go to bed, because that's going to give them a little bit of extra amino acids called tryptophan. So the types of foods you want to eat if you're that type of person before bed are often carbohydrates or protein sources like yogurt or oats, things that are known to help promote sleep. But that's because tryptophan converts into serotonin in your brain, and that converts to melatonin,
which is going to make you fall asleep.
But then we also know that 90% of your serotonin is produced in your gut, right? The bacteria and the different processes. So you need to have a good diet all day long and then top it up before you go to bed. So there's different theories. And then when you wake up in the morning, for some people, if you're just not hungry in the morning, that's okay. Breakfast is not essential. But for others, it will really set them up for a wonderful day and be a source of nutrition.
So it is listening to your body primarily, but then researching off the back of that and finding a routine.
So I would say in Lily's case, for instance, I would say even if you're not hungry in the morning, because I know what's going on here, I would advise at least a smoothie to get some vitamins and minerals in to prep her before she gets ready for the next meal.
Of course.
If you were being your usual self, as you were, let's say, a few months ago, then I wouldn't have said this advice.
I need to be quite consistent with my calorie intake rather than spiking it along the way.
And your gut gets used to signals. So actually, for some people, structure is really good. So if you have a set time every day when you have lunch, I know that's not realistic for some of us, but your body knows when to expect it. It will break it down better and become more efficient.
And you won't be getting that same pain. And protein at night.
Yes, protein at night. So another very important thing for healing. So protein synthesis is something that we don't discuss enough, actually, and it's bashed around.
It takes me back to school.
Well, Lily can probably explain it better than I. The fact that you need to be getting protein throughout the day and before you sleep, because overnight, think about what happens when you sleep. You've got growth hormone and different aspects that are trying to repair cells and build new ones. This all happens when you're asleep.
And again, I mean, we could do a whole series of these, but that is we spoke about this earlier, the rest and repair versus fight or flight. And you know, these are your two responses, and I have been fascinated with this over the last week.
Supports your hormones, the protein as well.
Oh my gosh, massively, and we need to be in rest and repair more, and us particularly in London, being back in London, we live in fight or flight. Something as simple as making it to the tube on time puts us in fight or flight, you know, and your body isn't going to heal, whether that's skin conditions, inflammatory conditions, longer term illnesses, or an injury like this. We need to consider
be kind to yourself. And I think to acknowledge that it's actually okay to rest and not be perfect all the time. And that's something that I try and picture back in the olden days. We were not expected to work 24/7 like we do today. Because it's not actually healthy for our bodies.
And the internal pressures we put on ourselves.
Hugely. I didn't mean to say that out loud. Stress kills in such a scaremongering way. I just mean that it does shorten your lifespan.
It's okay, I'm meditating.
I'm always a bit stressed too, and that's a common phrase to throw around. It should not be a common phrase. We should be trying to reduce that risk. But
I think actually that's something, guys, if you would like us to talk a little bit more about stress, and I know we've touched on it a lot, but stress with eating habits and mind-body connection, let us know in the comments down below. So we have, to finish up, this is a very long one, a few questions. This is actually for both of us. So I have sciatica, which for those of you who don't know what it is, it's normally from a slip disc, 5S1, and that causes pain because you're pinching on the sciatic nerve down the back of the leg. Advice on turmeric, will it help? Very specific question. question.
That was really specific. So all research on turmeric is at least 4 grams in a portion, which is actually a hell of a lot of turmeric if you think about it.
Wow.
So it's like a huge amount to be taking in a dose, and most studies were done taking supplement versions of it, not actually the real deal, sprinkling it or cooking with it in your food. So there's some research, not directly to sciatica, but with repair and inflammation. That turmeric is useful.
Yes.
It's funny because I'm saying turmeric. Normally I say turmeric because you said turmeric.
Oh.
So now it's in my head. It's
turmeric. I don't know. I call it turmeric. What do you call it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Whatever it is, that funny knobbly shape.
Yellow thing. Yeah, but I think ultimately the research is still out there on that, but it's not going to harm you, so you might as well chuck it in your diet, is my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'm obsessed. You guys know I have my lattes twice a day, and that is in the powder form. They're so nice, and I also juice it. I do shots of ginger turmeric.
I love, ginger and turmeric.
And is that the same then? The ginger and the turmeric going to give you the same effect?
Turmeric is known when it's, I say known, loosely researched for the anti-inflammatory effects, whereas the ginger is more known for digestion benefits. But actually, if you aid them together, that is a pretty good combination.
You're hitting the inflammation and the gut health.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay. Different types of foods to affect your sleep. Done it. Love that. Okay.
We covered it.
What was the best diet that helped heal your gut? We've covered that. Gosh, we've covered a lot. Is it better to take, I like this one. Okay. Is it better to take probiotic supplements or eat fermented foods such as kombucha?
Okay, so to answer that question, you kind of need to understand prebiotic and probiotic foods. So 2 kilos of what you weigh is bacteria. Right. Which is quite a large number.
I'm going to really take this in now. This is my weakness. I don't know enough about this.
Okay, 2 kilos. That's about, this is why the scales are never accurate as well. I'm just throwing that out there. We don't like those. So if you think about it, a large proportion, in fact a tenth of what you eat in a day is absorbed by bacteria, and when they eat it they give off gas as byproducts. Now you want more diversity in your diet in order to grow more good bacteria that's giving off the right type of gas compared to the bad bacteria. And they're the things that also interact and create B vitamins and interact and send signals to your. So if you think about it, if you're going then to put things inside your body, so the problem with probiotics is that's a lot of living bacteria in a capsule. And there's different types of strains that are known for different things, such as injury, such as a runny tummy on holiday or IBS symptoms, but there's no guarantee for a lot of people that it's going to actually reach your gut. Is it going to get destroyed with the stomach acid?
I've heard many cynical stories about it.
But then I'm of the belief that actually so many people do benefit from it, and they could genuinely be, we just don't know how to test it, or it's a placebo, which is still a good thing because like we said earlier, psychology plays a big role. But when it comes to fermented foods, and I think you mean things like kimchi, sauerkraut, kombuchas, they also contain live bacteria and they're very beneficial. So I would encourage you to include those in your diet regardless. They're really good. And there's no harm if you can afford it to take a supplement like that, because it's going to do no harm whatsoever.
I need to start it, don't
I? You do actually, especially if you've been on a course of medication, or like Lily, you're going to undergo a serious operation. They actually prescribe probiotics in other countries like Norway, Sweden, with antibiotic use and before surgery and post-surgery. It's just on the NHS here in the UK, and please don't quote me on the exact country. I'm pretty sure it was Norway. But we don't have the reach.
Interesting. There are so many other questions. 2 SD cards, guys.
And I only learned what those were today.
She didn't know what an SD card was. So we've come really far today.
It's been an exploratory video. I love it.
So, as well as learning how to work Ree's new camera, I hope we have covered a lot for you guys. I feel like that was a really, really informative chat, and hopefully it was really, really bite-sized for you guys. But if you do have any questions, please do comment them down below, and also please do just pop a comment down below. It really, really supports our channel.
I'll have a look through them as well.
Loads and loads of new content coming for you guys, so I really hope you enjoyed it. Bye from us.
Thank you.
Thank you for looking after me. Bye.